All right, Jay.
We're back.
We back. We live. We recording.
Yes.
It's going down.
So
Welcome back to another week.
another week.
Trying to be consistent
Definitely trying to be more consistent
as best as we can.
as best as we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back. We
yes.
appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah.
You was looking away from it like this.
You know, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all going to be a part of this. I just got to make sure everything is working correctly. And we are. We working correctly. I had to just check one of our cameras just to make sure we were all, good to go.
Yes.
But we are. We all straight.
It's a one-man band right here.
Yay, man.
Brought to you by yours truly.
Our Design Studios, you know how we do it. We just, trying to help ourselves and other people, build the content and things that they want digitally. So we just try our best.
Yeah.
It's just, because we doing it ourselves here. So y'all just happen to just see something like behind the scenes or just to make sure things are rolling because we want to make sure you guys see us, as best as possible. So that's how we go. But Jasmine, we back at it again. Another week.
And
Well, quick question. What episode is this?
4. It's the
Four.
fourth episode.
This is our official 4th episode. Wow.
Yep.
4 weeks already.
And we can't start this off without mentioning what happened today because we're recording this on Sunday.
Oh man, it's Sunday. It is the 26th.
Yeah.
On Sunday, and I'm sure everybody
is like
knows and
numb.
understand what's kind of numb. If anybody, any type of sports fan, you know who Kobe Bryant is, and it's just it's just a tragic thing that happened today. He just got into an accident in a helicopter, and it sucks because you can understand tragic things happen, but on top of that, it just happened to be his daughter
was with him.
Yeah. In a tragic helicopter accident or whatever how it goes. It's just it's just a tragic thing that happens. And these type of situations just puts everything in perspective.
Everything.
I just after that, I saw a picture of Kobe and his daughter Gigi, if I'm not mistaken. A picture of them on Slam magazine.
Yeah.
There's both of them together, and I'm just looking. I looked at it, and I was just like, damn. And I sent it to my friends of mine because we have a group chat. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff, sports and day-to-day things, because we try to keep in touch because most of us are in different states. So I sent it to my friends in the group chat, just like, yo, this is crazy. And I was telling them, like, things like this put a lot of things in perspective. And I know it's kind of cliche because it's always when something tragic
happens, yeah.
Everybody's, mind state and perspective changes. It's like,
it makes you focus.
Makes you focus and understand, like, life, listen, y'all hear it all the time, but life is short. And it's just like, just try to appreciate, what you have and the people around you. And just, constantly when you with somebody, tell them you love them. Because I did that. I text my friends like, yo, I love y'all, what I'm saying. No, we don't, I don't say this often, but look, I love y'all my brothers and so on and so forth. It's just, I think it's really important. I know, trust me, everybody, y'all hear this all the time, but look, it is what it is. Like, you here today, you could be gone tomorrow. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man, it's happened. It was just so crazy the way, like, social media works.
Yeah.
Like how information, you know what I'm saying? Because
it was on Twitter first, I remember, and then you were like, Kobe Bryant, something happened. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I got a text about it in the group chat, like, yo, my homeboy City was like, yo, you heard about Kobe? And we're like, Kobe, what you talking about? They're talking about TMZ reported it first and all this. Everybody's these reports. And you don't never know.
Because TMZ isn't really like the news. So I went to Google and it wasn't up on Google yet. And I was like, nah, they lying.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those things like, it's always somebody, this person died.
They always say, and then it's not really that.
Some BS, but this just happened to be real. And you could see, some people may have their opinions on them, but everybody has opinions. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's not any different. He wasn't a perfect man, but I'm sure he meant a lot to a lot of people
Yeah.
in the sports world, more than just an athlete, just as a man, and people connected with him on that level. They knew him as a competitor, a friend, a father, a husband. You know what I mean? A
Right.
brother. He meant something to somebody.
Right.
So some people may not like him. That's fine. You have your opinion, but just like somebody may not like you, but you mean something to somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Your life means something to somebody in this world.
Right.
So, and his meant a lot to a lot of people, millions of people.
Right.
To countless people that watched him play, people that he interacted with. People got men he played with. In that fraternity called the NBA. He meant a lot to a lot of men. And kids and fans. So it's tough to and what makes it even crazy. And I said it before prior. It's just that his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the same. First it was just him. Now you're getting reports like it was his daughter in there as well. And not to mention, I don't want to overshadow. There was 3 other people along.
Well, now they're saying there was 9 people total.
9 people on the helicopter.
They said the helicopter manifest said that there were 9 people total. So,
Oh man.
yeah, they just aren't releasing like the names and like specifics of the other people because they haven't been able to reach the next of kin as of the news report time. So, it's still like more to come with that.
See, that's even crazier.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to not give the other people their respects because there was another young, I guess, teammate of Gigi's on the plane with also that parent as well.
Right, confirmed.
That confirmed, and the pilot.
The pilot,
obviously.
yeah.
So there was 5 that's been confirmed. But
there's 4 people.
now
who
that you're
they
telling
have
me
not.
there's 4, I didn't hear about that. That's tragic too.
Yeah.
So just prayers to all the families that were affected. In this tragic thing, because it's just it is short. So listen, just everybody, just
What the guy say? If you got some problems going on,
yeah,
it's not
man.
important. Just let that shit go.
Let that shit go. You
Let
know
it
what I'm
go.
saying? Let it go. Everybody just
I felt that when he said that.
And he said it on national TV because it was in
It was
him,
raw
like,
emotion.
It was raw emotion, and it's a lot of. This is a huge another thing that kills me sometimes about the media. When tragic things happen, like, don't just pull in people. Some people are grieving and have certain emotions. Don't just put them on TV because they're going through it, and expect them to to be able to conduct themselves accordingly, for what you feel is the right way to conduct yourself on national TV.
Right.
When somebody's going through a tragic, you know what I mean, moment. So it's just tough. They've been pulling a whole bunch of different people that you can tell physically by watching them on TV. They're emotional, you know what I mean, and justifiably so, based on the current situation, and you just can't just pull them on TV. It's a tough situation for anybody. And then we also seen footage and clips of current players that are playing games,
like breaking down on
now on the bench,
and it's like, why are y'all even showing that? That's kind of like, it's just rude. I think everybody should just have the time to grieve. They should have canceled the games. I think, like, or at least postponed it to let people like gather their thoughts and all that kind of stuff.
Tough.
Like,
that's a tough thing to deal with, especially you deal with a certain player or an athlete that's connected with this person in that way. They even had a college female college player
that he was mentoring.
And he's been training, and she heard it before her game.
Yeah.
And she's breaking down. You know what I mean? It's just a tough thing. So once again, everybody, just in the prayers, and also to anybody that's lost a loved one.
Yeah.
Currently, our prayers go out to you, and just let people know you love them, because things happen.
And if you need to talk, if you have lost someone, or even if like this situation has like made you feel a way or whatever, like talk to people, talk to your friends, talk to your family. It's normal to grieve. It's normal to feel, a type of pain or a type of connection. I mean, even if you don't know a person personally, you can still be affected by the loss.
Man, that's crazy.
But in all things, like, death just always puts things into perspective, like, with importance. And I think the most important thing now is like family and friends, and letting everyone know, you love them, let them know now. If you arguing about something, push that stuff aside. Like,
Yeah,
It's not important.
it's really not.
Yeah.
It's just time. Right now, you see how precious time is.
Yeah.
You spoke about this on the last podcast as far as
We all
sacrifice.
yeah
We sacrifice, and you
sacrificing.
like it's a double edged sword. You know what I mean? You getting so involved in what you're doing, and it's easy. It's so easy to forget about the people and things around you because everybody has a life. You get caught up in your own personal bubble, but it's just try your best to constantly reach out to people, and if you hear from somebody, shoot them a text, shoot them an email, pick up the phone, and just if you're thinking about somebody, just let them know you're thinking about them. That could go a long way. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. I go through it all the time myself, and I forget. You know what I mean? How I feel I should do a better job of reaching out to people I care about, and just let them know, just seeing what's up. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up, sweetheart? How's everything straight? And just making sure you just let people know you care and you love them, and just see how they doing. You know what I mean? Because it sucks to if anything was to happen, God forbid, that you never got a chance to, you know what I mean, have the conversation or say something to them, or that's just the way it is. Things happen tragically, and it's just unfortunate. But it's a part of life, guys. It's a part of life, ladies and gents.
Yeah. Um, Other things that are important. Um, or when you're in life and you're determining like what matters more to you. What would you say is most important? Would it be finding love or having money?
Find Finding love. That's the two options, right?
Yes.
I would say finding love, uh, and in a relationship. For me, and that's just the basis on how like I told you at the beginning, Justin, when we were gonna go through this business, I always felt that cultivating relationships and building that, and that leads into love of people you would like to be around. I feel that's most important for me. I just money comes and goes, as everybody knows, and you can't put your name on it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's a piece of paper, it's currency, but it has no owner. You know, but relationships, people attach. You have That's something you can take. That's something you can take, and it's a connection you have with somebody, because those relationships, people remember you. You know what I mean? People can easily forget a dude with just some money. What is the relationship? What is that connection you have with people? Just for example, you're talking about the Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. Yeah, he was rich, but he did more with his relationships and how he dealt with people, and showed people how to work harder, push themselves. He gave people something. He cultivated a relationship. He gave them love, compassion in his own way.
Right.
But people remembered that more than just saying, "Oh, he's a this billionaire, NBA All Star." People remember the love
Right.
more than just the money. So I'm more so for the love over the money,
I,
personally.
I think I would say the same thing. Only because like you can have all the money in the world and not have anyone to share it with.
True.
And what's the point of having money when you're unhappy, right? So I think in the sense of business, like you were saying, love or building relationships is more important.
Yeah.
Or at least important in the cultivation of a business, just
Yes.
because
Yes.
you're
Because money follows the love and the relationship.
exactly money
It
follows
comes with that.
money comes with it.
That'll follow right behind it, because you never know, a relationship you build, a business relationship, could turn into an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because you treated this person so well, you work with them so well, they respect you in your business, they respect you as a person, as an individual outside of that business. Is like, you know what? Hey, Jasmine, you remember Jasmine and Barry? Look, I'm gonna connect you with them. And hey, Jasmine and Barry, I know this opportunity. Look, man, you guys are so great. I know somebody that can build something else, and financials come with that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So just building love and relationship is crucial. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't ever stray away from that. I know some people just get caught up in the money, and it's hard to tell somebody don't got money that money's not important.
You're right.
I'm gonna tell y'all it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because even with it,
we ain't got no money.
Yeah, even with it, you still have some problems. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of people that wonder like, people versus rich people problems.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. These people have money, but they have the same issues because they're human.
Exactly.
We go through the same emotions, same shit. It's just just have more zeros in their bank account. Don't mean they don't cry. They
Different
don't bleed.
levels, same devils.
They still got family issues like everybody else got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they just got M's or G's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't mean it doesn't help them.
No.
It may make things. They may sleep on a more comfortable mattress.
They might not have to worry about checking their bank account every time they go out, but they got to worry about some other stuff.
Them niggas is stressed out too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just all relative in your perspective on things. So remember that.
So like even I think in just like a relationship, like when you're young, at least for girls, we're always like, yeah, he got to have money, he got to do this, he got to do that. But then like if you think about it, like
you just want dudes to buy y'all stuff.
Maybe.
Yes.
I won't say yes for me because, I'm not a gifts person. Like, that was.
Yeah. That's true.
And you also know, like, our first date, I wasn't even trying to let you buy me a Sprite. So, like, I wouldn't say that. I would say, like.
You wasn't let me buy the Sprite because you felt like if sometimes, because I'm saying if they got to do something, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? He's buying me shit or he's.
No, I told you, like, I've always been, like, independent, and I've always been like the person paying for everybody else. So like I'm like I don't need nobody to pay for nothing for me. Like I can do it myself. Like just very much so. Like I got it. Like I got it. And then also my daddy used to tell me, don't depend on no man for nothing.
That's a smart man.
So yeah. So me. Like, you already was like, I was trying to pay for my shoes at the bowling alley, and you paid for that. And I was like, well, why you pay for these shoes? I'm going to give me something to drink. And I bounced.
Which I thought was crazy, because I'm like, I always think like most dudes think, if I actually, on a date, I would assume, I'm a man, I cover that. Like, I think that's a part of the deal if I actually want to date. But I thought that was crazy. But hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it.
But I think, in a relationship, I think the most important thing should be not necessarily financial stability starting out, but just like if you can become financially stable or whatever. Like, I don't think people should worry about the money aspect of it. Like, being like, oh, he got to have this amount of money and got to drive this kind of car and like the material stuff. I think even with that, still building like the foundation of a relationship, like building a friendship, then falling in love, like getting to know each other. Like those things are more important.
I think
like
so,
I would rather be the breadwinner and know that like my relationship is stable. Like I'm not worried about my man always being at work or never spending time with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would rather it be, or even if he's the breadwinner, but he can like balance his time right. Does it make sense? Like I would rather know that like our relationship is intact versus he got a lot of money. Like a lot of men, especially in Atlanta with a lot of money, got a lot of women. So like I don't want that life. That's not the life for me.
You don't want to be part of the roster.
I ain't trying to be part of the roster. I ain't even trying to make no roster. It just need to be me and you, and that's it.
I ain't trying to try out for that team.
You know what I mean? So yeah, money isn't as important as like it's important when you want to get things done. Yes,
yeah, for sure.
But in the grand scheme of life, it's not number one.
Nah, I think it's time and and love and relationship. I think that's the important thing, man. Money, like I said before, it's the old cliche. Comes and goes. You can't take it with you. Also, it has no owner. Like, nobody owns it. You can't put your name on it. Like, you may think that, but it can just disappear. And what do you have outside of that? So that's just how it goes.
So a topic that we got. I put it on our Instagram for the Love and Aperture podcast.
Hey, everybody, listen. We'll post things from time to time for topics, and we want you guys to,
Talk with us.
talk with us or participate. You know, because we can't come up with everything ourselves. We'll try our best to come up with topics and keep it as interesting as possible for you guys. But like we said before, this is the show about nothing and everything at the same time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The Love and Aperture podcast. We're trying to hit as much things as possible. We just want to shoot the shit and just converse about anything. So it's open. Just throw it out there. We'll try our best to touch it.
Yep. So, one of the topics or questions that we got was what we thought the hardest part of dating was. So I don't know if you want to go.
The hardest part? You go ahead.
Yeah.
If you got it on top of your mind
So
right now.
different levels, right?
Okay.
So I think in the beginning, the hardest part, and I think this also depends on location. Because we've been out of the dating game for a few years now. So like our dating experience is kind of like through our friends. But like the number one thing I think now that I'm seeing that is hard is finding somebody who's actually serious and wanting to settle down. Like, especially here in Atlanta, for women at least, I'm speaking for, like, my friends have trouble like finding people who say they want to settle down or say they want to do like they're selling the story to get in the pants instead of actually being about that life.
Would you say that's for an older or mature woman? Because I can say a lot of young girls and they just want to just parlay and you know what I'm saying, and just chill and see how what it is.
Yeah, but I guess I'm speaking from like our age group. We're 30.
Got you.
So like 30 plus or like 27, 28.
I still think I guess I can't say that because there's some people that could be looking to settle down in their mid-20s. But from my experience, I see a lot of young people they're just going with the flow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I guess we consider millennials. I don't know what's the younger thing, but kids younger. You know what I'm saying?
Like my sister,
kids
who's 22,
they just
out here just living life.
They just chilling. You know what I'm saying? They just vibing. They just catching the vibe, whatever they want to call it. So I think it's different for them.
And that's another thing I can't get with. Like, what is that?
Jasmine.
I'm just like
I wish I could tell you, but they just living life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens. They not going with that. The old cliche, they making their own rules. You know what I mean? And it's a new time. So I get it. Certain aspects of dating don't change, but as time progresses, people get open up to different things. They mind open up to different things. They wanna open up to a lot of different avenues of relationship and what that means, and bend the so-called rules. And I get it, do you.
Yeah.
But just understand the base foundation of this game doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take. Your feelings will get hurt. You know what I'm saying? People do get attached. You know what I'm saying? Emotions get involved. So, those aspects don't change. But if other things they want to bend, hey, do you. And let's just see how that works out. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it works out for the best.
Yeah. So I think that's number one. So like actually finding somebody that you want to like try to be in a relationship with. Mm-hmm. So that's number one for me that I think is the first hard thing. After you found the person that you think you want to be with, like is that whole like the honeymoon phase where like you may or may not necessarily be being your full 100% authentic self.
Yeah.
So, you go through that whole first 6 months and everything's amazing or whatever. And then that month 7.
But then when you're still lying to each other.
Shit start hitting the fan.
You start lying to each other. You start finding out, you a savage. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga ain't as nice as he said he was.
Yeah. You might like some nasty shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't tell this girl at the beginning like putting it in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, some niggas be like, you tell me like ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Now they come to find you a savage. You're gonna do some savage shit. and she ain't with that, now you got to rechange. You know what I'm saying? So, or vice versa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She may want to touch a nigga ass. You're like, whoa, hold on, that's past my threshold of sexuality. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm not that adventurous, bitch.
Listen, don't fuck with that ass. You know what I mean? Shit.
So then that's, I think, another level. I think too, kind of in the middle of those two things is like when you're like your first dating, you're not 6 months in, you still haven't really figured out what this is, but you're wanting to know what it is without really like feeling like you're pressuring your partner to put a label on it. So I think that's another thing that's like hard about dating, like on top of everything else. And then like in the world of social media and DMs and all that kind of stuff, like, you know, just navigating like just a relationship period. Like you really have to build a strong bond and trust for your partners in the beginning, because if not, like random DMs
that trust,
and
boy,
and all that kind of stuff can like blow it up.
Trust is very important, and I think that's why I felt it was good for us to build that relationship first, a friendship first. That was, you know, prior to the relationship. I say, you know, we got to be friends first. I got to find out if I like you first.
You loved me from first sight.
I got to find out if I liked you. You know, like I always told you, liking is way more important than love.
You know what I just thought about? Remember the first time we hung out with each other at the mall? When we first hung out.
Yeah.
I just thought about when I was trying to find you in the mall and I saw you and I was walking to you and you was at the little lotion counter or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I walk up and the lady's like, "Oh, you're gonna get this for your girlfriend?" And you was like, "That ain't my girlfriend." Like I was like, "Wait a minute."
I had to correct her.
I know, but like the way you said it was like, "I don't know this girl." Like,
bitch, what you talking about? Like, let's
like, I'm not gonna spend no money. This ain't my girlfriend.
Yeah, like, listen, that lady was trying to trap me. You know what I'm saying? That lady was trying to, she was trying so hard to sell some shit. Yeah. She was getting ready to put something on me.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, my nigga. This ain't my girl, but nice try. You know what I'm saying? You really want to sell some shit, huh? Nah, she wasn't kidding me.
I just thought about that. I don't know what made that come in my mind, but
you love that story
because it was funny. Like now it's funny, but then I was like,
"Oh, you didn't laugh at the beginning, but that was hilarious."
I was like, "Well, that was kind of weird," but
shit.
Yeah. What do you think was the hardest part about dating with us in the beginning?
The hardest part was trying to
take it slow,
but because most women they process life differently. They navigate life. They go by like a ABC, a 1, 2, 3 life, format. Meaning, 1, I gotta do this. 2, there's the next level. 3, ABC has to go in a sequence. They have like this map, and really trying to have you understand it could be a different avenue. You know what I'm saying? There could be different steps before that step. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Let's see where this goes. Let's, take our time and understand and, not try to have the rush, certain things like, oh, we got to be married, we got to have this, then I was like, yo, come on, let's pump that and let's just see where this relationship goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel it's time wasted. It's, every relationship you gain, you learn, you understand knowledge, and if it doesn't work out, hey, that's just how, it goes. But you gain something, you understand yourself more. You know what I mean? Just luckily for us, I expressed that to you, at least tried to in terms of, us moving, moving in a relationship together, mm-hmm. and then verbally as we go expressing that to you. But I felt that it was important for us to move like that and understand. Let's just, hit it with the baby steps. Let's move and cultivate this friendship, mm-hmm. and then we can progress. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't have to be this specific way. Because it's a different way to think. It's a different way, to create things, and it doesn't have to be that traditional. Oh, y'all been getting it this long. Y'all got to do this. Oh, y'all been. y'all gotta have a kid now, this and that. I'm like, look,
Mm-hmm.
like all that rules and pressure. Like I was talking about the rules, you can bend it, you can shift it. You know what I'm saying? But the base concepts are still there, but you don't have to follow these guidelines. You can everybody's relationship is different, and it formulates. You know what I'm saying? It
Mm-hmm.
cultivates differently. Yeah, the ideal is these two people coming together, but the way the relationship flows and builds and grows is different for everybody, and ours just happen to be work differently than most people, but it works for us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that was the hardest thing, is just to having you to understand what my mind state, is, and going through that was one of the tough. That's probably the hardest thing. Everything else for me, was pretty easy. You know what I mean? Because I consider myself a pretty easy nigga to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Come on, man. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Let's be real. I consider myself a pretty easy nigga to deal with. To me, that you can have
I could be wrong, but
you can have a contrary opinion, which I get, I understand, but that's just me from my perspective. So I think that was probably the only thing, honestly, that I could really know for sure that's immediately hits my brain, is that it's just going through those steps and letting there's a different way. We don't have to. It doesn't have to go boom, 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 boom. It can go boom, hit here, hit here. You know what I'm saying? And still lead to the same goal.
so you was like, we go zigzag instead of taking this thing straight down the aisle.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
through that navigation, you could find more things out, as opposed to hitting it hard, then finding out after all this, you go through it and you're like, what the fuck? Now you know what I'm saying? I'm with this nigga now. We like now. It ain't working out. Now you gotta leave. You went through all of that shit. Let's take your time first, and then see where it goes, and then you can make a decision then. But if you just jump straight into it without taking the proper time to learn and cultivate a relationship, you could lose more than that.
What do you think would have been different? Like, so had you not
Mm-hmm.
stepped back a little bit and
Mm-hmm.
said, let me reevaluate this. I think we're going too fast. Let's slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think would have been different?
I think what happens when you immediately start putting labels and titles, especially women and most sometimes men too, they get an entitlement in a certain relationship. Now we have this thing. I can do X. I can say X, Y, D. A certain level of sometimes arrogance. I, I have the right to do this, that, and the third. It gets heightened, and sometimes that can boost a personality trait that could have been there, but now that they are solidified in this person's life, they feel, no, I could do this. This is what's going to be because I have a say.
So, like, I could have been like, oh, no, you can't go out
That's what I'm
tonight.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
what you think I would have done.
As opposed to not getting that right and building and slowly but surely gaining and earning these levels of, like, almost like in the army. You have to start from a low level, then you start gaining
Rank.
rank. You started gaining rank. You know what I'm saying? So you get levels and levels of say, as opposed to I already automatically give you 5-star general. You just 5-star general in 6 months. Hold on. So that means you could automatically have me jump out of airplanes and go to this war zone, shoot myself, die. As opposed to you building up, you understand what needs to be done. Understand, what's the right moves to make, how to talk to this person, do this and that third, and it makes it better for both parties than the other extreme. But that's just how my mind works. It may not make sense to people, but it makes sense to me. And I feel we're living proof of that, ideal and format. You know what I'm saying? It's I feel it's been, because success is relative. So I feel it's successful to us and where we stand in our relationship. So I can't say that works to everybody, but it works for us. And that's what to answer your question, I just feel that putting definite things without giving it a proper time could be to a detriment. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, it's jumping certain steps. You know, quickly can you because you have to gain and build certain things before you could just start throwing and making things solid. You have to learn, understand first. Don't just you don't want to do on the job training. You want to train first. You know what I'm saying? Learn these certain skill sets. So now when it's time, you understand how to move and get certain things done.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I think about that.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
It makes sense.
Not quite to you.
I mean,
Maybe
we're
maybe
here
it's a
now,
fella.
right?
Yeah, maybe it's a fella's thing. Maybe the fellas. Maybe y'all understand what I'm saying.
It's not.
But,
It's to me. I'm just kind of like,
or
yeah, no.
it could just be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? To some people, I get it. You have your own opinion, but I'm sure a lot of fellas and maybe some females will understand that.
I get what you're saying. I'm just in the sense of me,
Mm-hmm.
like I guess because I've always in my head seen a level of like say ability, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like I never
You never felt that was earned?
no, I never felt like I should say like I never would tell you can't go hang out with your friends.
Okay.
Like stuff like that. Like I feel like the only things that you have to have a certain position in somebody's life to talk to them about is finances.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that I feel like in a relationship you don't necessarily cover when you're just boyfriend and girlfriend unless you're living together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So and then like I'm not the type to be like, yeah, no, you can't do that because I don't like I saw what a controlling quote unquote relationship looked like. So I know like I would never want to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I would never like say those things or act those ways in a relationship. But I get why you said you wanted to set the boundaries that you did because you did not know that about me.
Exactly. That I was gonna say that. I was gonna add on. Jasmine, I think it's easy to say that with hindsight. It's 2020.
Yeah.
But in the beginning of the relationship, you don't know these things, so you can't just jump in and say, yeah, we just doing this and we'll just see how shit goes in terms of solidifying like going straight marriage and do all these things. Hold on, you know what I'm saying? Let's slow the ship down. Let's cruise. Let's build momentum as opposed to just running full throttle because you could hit a fucking brick wall.
Right.
And guess what? When you hit a brick, when you run at full speed and hit something, you could either break an arm or you could break everything. You know what I'm saying? You could break multiple things. You know what I'm saying? So why don't we, you know what I'm saying, jog a little bit and maybe we could see what's in front of us and we could dodge certain things. And when I say dodge,
Yaj.
when I say dodge, I mean foresee a problem and then figure out prior to we meeting that object, how can we solve? You know what I mean? I feel that's a better way to go about it. But like I said, that's my point of view. I don't know if anybody would agree with that. But some people might, some people won't, and I understand.
What's one thing in our relationship that you dealt with or saw from yourself that you've never seen from yourself in another relationship?
Jasmine, that's really tough to say because you gotta know this is you've been the longest relationship I ever had, so everything I'm going through is like a first time thing. So I think that's a tough question for me to really answer.
So I'll go first then. For me, like caring and kind of caring to a point of a little bit of jealousy, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't say, like, I've never thought that, like you cheated or did anything like that. I've never had like those kind of like problems or inklings or anything like that. But also, like, I'm also like, yeah, why is this person texting you? Or,
Mm-hmm.
like when we went to the club that time and I was like, I was disgusted because you were dancing with somebody and like stuff like that. Like I've never dealt with that kind of stuff before
Mm-hmm.
from myself. Not saying that you did it, but
Mm-hmm.
like me caring about those things. And I feel like it was because like I cared about those things because I cared about you.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like um I think in a relationship, good or bad, because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't and don't have like an unhealthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see like some not so good or even some really good traits come from yourself that you didn't think that you would ever have. Because I've always been and sometimes still say like, I don't care about a lot of stuff. Like,
I think you think that's like a defense mechanism. If you just say you don't care, but you really do care. Because I
I
think
don't
so.
know. I so I don't care about a lot of stuff because I think I already know like, well, ain't nothing I can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like most of the stuff that I say I don't care about, like I'm not losing anything out of it, right? But
Okay.
like with you, if like let's just say you dancing in the club with somebody turned into like her kissing you or y'all going off and having sex or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then I've lost something. So I care about that.
Okay.
Or like maybe just like a sense of possession, like you're my boyfriend, so you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be doing this, that, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe that's why it hurts or like it makes you feel a certain kind of way or I care about it more than I would normally, I guess. I
I
don't know.
got you.
Um so yeah, but you say you think I say I don't care about stuff as a defense mechanism?
Yeah, because I know, you don't like to let a lot of things bother you, but a lot of things are in your face, but you say I don't care, but deep down, a lot of things affect you. I believe that some more often than not to be true.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, very right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
interesting.
because it's true. So, um, can you repeat the question again?
So what's something like that you've dealt with? Not obviously because a lot of the stuff that we've dealt with together has been firsts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like something of yourself, like caring about another person, or like whatever it is, like that you found that happened within our relationship, and you're just like it surprised you.
Okay, I could say that. Surprised how fast um I fell in love, with you personally, because it was almost like a damn.
It's a
Okay, it was almost
fairy
like a
tale.
because it was a couple of times where I realized like, yeah, I really love her. It's more than just
Like a lusty thing.
not necessarily a lusty thing, because it's when you're young, it's
When you're
easy
young, you
you can
think lust is love.
and you easily say, oh, I love you. You have that bullshit you say, but it was a certain scenarios. I'm just like, yo, this girl really, is down for me. She cares about me. It ain't just no bullshit. Like our friendship is going so well. I'm just like, yo, because I kept it real with you from the jump. Like, yo, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're looking for a nigga to trick off, that's not happening here. Like, I just, I'm into simple shit. I just want somebody to hang out with, to spend time, and what I mean. If you're cool with that, listen, that's great. If not, I'm just letting you know straight up, and you've been consistent and authentic, to me the whole time, and I've expressed, my life and things I've, through time, and you understood that, and vice versa. So I'm like, damn. And you was on the same shit I was on. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, this is dope. I can see myself, continuing this relationship and see how this goes. So certain situations, I was just like, damn, I love her. Like this has to be a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, shit, I really might have lucked up. This is a great situation. I want to pursue this further, you know? So then I started to build like I want to be around her all the time now. You know, I want to incorporate her into my daily life with anything I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the shit, bullshitting, get her acclimated with my friends and, how we chill or how we joke. You know what I'm saying? Because, my friends are just bullshit and chill too. So if she could be down with just chilling and shooting the shit and getting to know, crack jokes and, just the weird, intricate, ways of, my friendship. Listen, she has to be you know what I'm saying, a good one. So when those things started happening, I was like, damn, this could work, future. So that's pretty much what it was. Yo, Jasmine, why do you laugh when I say something kind of serious, but you laugh at it? Like, this is funny?
No, I don't think it's like a funny thing. I think it's just like, aw, because like you don't like talk about stuff like that a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get that when it's like, like randomly, you'll just be like, whatever, like, I love you because, or we're gonna do this, and like, like you just randomly do that. And I think part of it too is like me being like weird. Like, I don't know what else to do. So I'm just like, ha 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 ha.
Because you emotionally retarded?
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah. He said the R word. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't PC. I said it. It is what it is.
But no, like, I say that, well, like, I laugh at everything. I laugh when I'm crying. I'm laugh when I'm happy. Like, I think laughter is just like my defense mechanism, or just like my thing. Like, especially when I don't know what else to do. Like, even like I would tell people all the time, like, I'm not really good at taking compliments from people. So
Yeah.
like,
me too.
I'll just be like, yeah, haha, thanks. Like,
I think that all stems from, the self, not being self-confident, especially when you're young. Now, when you have that syndrome, the ugly, you may, you look, you feel like you look good now, but you still got that ugly
same mentality.
Like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really believe that you don't have that confidence. That's just stems from that. But I get it though.
Yeah, I'll try not to like laugh at you if you like get sentimental when you're saying your vows.
Okay. That's fine. Cause I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Stop laughing, shit.
But yeah, I don't have nothing else.
That was it.
Yeah,
Ah,
because it was going with the flow of what you said. So I was just like, huh. Okay.
I thought there was another question.
No, the rest of the questions were just like me, like flowing with questions.
Oh, dang. Oh, shit, Jasmine. I thought there was something else going. Well, I guess we could transition to something else. Shit. On that note, man, how was your week, sweetie? Now, because you've been off.
Oh yeah,
you've been off for the week. Hey, tell the listeners why you've been off of work for the past week. What happened? What changed in your family recently?
Yeah. My niece is here. My namesake. Kamani Nicole is her name, and she has my middle name, so she's here. We had her last Friday.
Who had her?
Well,
Jasmine?
my sister.
Jesus Christ! Tell the people what the fuck.
My baby's here.
What? Tell the people the fucking story, man.
So she's here. She's my second. Well, my sister's second child. I had.
What's your sister's name?
Olivia.
Jesus, they may not know your sister.
Well, Olivia is my sister.
But people that know you obviously. But
right.
You have listeners out. Who's your sister?
So the baby, if you follow me on J. Nicole Did It, the baby that you saw me post is not my baby. She's my niece.
That's true. It's not your baby. It's not your baby.
Really, baby? And yeah, so she's here and she's greedy. She eats a lot
Your
and sleeps
baby.
a lot. But like she every time like she eats like every 2 hours or more, and then like after she's full she'll burp and then she'll be like wanting to eat again. She's greedy.
Just a baby doing baby shit. You know what I'm
um
saying? That's how it goes.
and we had a good week. My sister had like a allergic reaction to some medicine, and that was kind of scary because she called me at like 5 o'clock in the morning saying her hands felt like they was on fire and her face had started swelling up, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because like with Black women in pregnancy and like mortality rates and stuff like that.
I never knew nothing about that until recently.
And it was so crazy because like I'm seeing all these articles about women dying on the operating table, and like I was really nervous for her to have this baby, like especially like because she was going through so much, like so many
She had a
pains
couple
and
different
stuff like
things
that.
happen during the pregnancy. So I could understand that.
She just had a really rough pregnancy,
But she's older now.
Well, yeah,
you gotta take that into consideration.
yeah, but then also like like with your sister and her last pregnancy and stuff like that,
too.
like that's crazy. So just happy that mom and baby are doing well now. My sister, I don't know if she's back on medicine or anything like that, but she did. She had to go to the hospital the other day to get that checked out. But other than that, all is well. I was super aunt for a week. Maybe continuing on. And I also had to get a root canal all in the same week. So, that happened.
You've been dealing with that fucked up tooth for a minute.
Listen, I was out of work for like 2 years, and then as soon as I get insurance,
That insurance, let me tell y'all.
that insurance don't pay for shit.
But we all need it.
I mean, it does, but
fucking insurance, man.
So I go to the doctor. This was like April of 2019. Go to the doctor. She's like, yeah, girl, your tooth, your cavity cracked, it leaked, your and your nerve is dead, so you're gonna have to get a root canal. Root canal, like at first I didn't know what a root canal was, like what it all entailed. Like I thought I was gonna have to get laughing gas and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh man, this is crazy.
Jazz, when you first told me about your tooth and they told me about the root canal, first thing I thought about was like, God damn. That means some of our money's cut short. You know what I'm saying? We might have to skip a couple meals this week.
Skip a couple of meals, skip a couple of trips.
Fuck.
Yeah, because the first time I had to pay like $800 for the first initial trip because my insurance didn't cover everything. But I found out it was because I was halfway through the year already when I went to the doctor, so all the money wasn't covering or something like that. They were saying.
It's always some bullshit with this insurance, man.
So, I had a temporary crown, and that kind of lasted me. Then I tried to get into the doctor.
Listen, let me tell y'all something about this Jasmine's temporary crown. Okay? So they put when she went and got her shit done, she came back, oh, I'm good. They put they cleaned the shit out. They cleaned the damn tooth out. I gotta go back for the root canal, but for right now, they put like a little cap in to cover my tooth. I said, word? She said, yeah, so I'm gonna sit on this for a little while. I said, yeah, hold it down with that for a little while until we get this money up for this root canal. Because them shits is expensive.
Yeah.
So,
they wanted like $2,000.
When you have something in your mouth that you're supposed to, take care of, it's supposed to last for a little while to get this bread up, this motherfucker want to continue to eat hard. When you got a tooth, you're supposed to favor that tooth. She want to eat on that side, this and that thing, until one day, the fucking shit comes out her fucking mouth. And
while we were shooting.
I was shooting, the fucking tooth shit comes out.
We were at an event, and I'm like, Barry, my tooth, it came out.
I'm like, oh, this nigga, man. We were supposed to ride this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But she didn't favor the tooth. She's biting on shit, and the tooth didn't come out. Now
it was bread though, like it wasn't hard what I was eating when it came out.
Bullshit.
I think the cement, because in between I had to get a deep cleaning before, like I had to do some stuff, and when I went to get the deep cleaning, the guy popped the tooth he popped the cap off my tooth with the deep cleaner, and I don't think they didn't put the same amount of cement to stick it back down as they did the first time around. So I think it never went back into place like how it was supposed to.
Oh, so okay, so you guys, but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you just, fucked it up. You supposed to hold that little shit down, that
Yeah.
temporary fix. Shit came out. Now you've been rocking with this cap that you gotta take out your mouth every so often.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got something. She popped this little cap out, ladies and gentlemen. Come on her tooth. Then clean her tooth out, put the shit back in. And I'm just like, and then she'll have the nerve to be like, yo, ooh, this shit stink. And then have the nerve to tell me,
smell it.
You want to smell it? Do I want to smell it? Nigga, are you crazy? Listen,
I can't believe you're telling me.
She wanted me to smell it after I told her when I first when my tooth got fucked up when I was a kid. Shit got rotten. I had to get it pulled. Ain't nobody want to come near me. Nobody want to come in my room. My friends didn't want to come visit me because my mouth smelled like straight ass garbage water. And if y'all don't know what garbage water is, it's when it rains and you throw all your trash in the freaking dumpster, and that water that drips out the dumpster, that's garbage water. And that shit smelled like straight shit. And that's what my mouth smelled like. So I can only imagine what her shit smelled like in her mouth. And I'm not fucking with that.
It wasn't that bad. It really mostly just smelled like spit. Like, it just smelled like spit.
I know what spit smelled like, and listen.
Well, this was after it had popped out. So I started to, take it off and, like dip it in antiseptic and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And brush with it off in between and stuff. So, I was making it do what it do. Anyways, long story short, my tooth started acting up again. And so I tried to get in, and they were like, yeah, no, we don't even have a surgeon in the dentist office anymore. You got to go to a different one. So I was like, listen, I need this done today.
Word.
And they had an appointment for the next morning. It was either that morning or the Friday. And the Friday was when my niece was being born. So I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. And,
You need to get that shit done, man.
Luckily it worked. And I only had to pay $350. So
yeah,
I'm glad I held out because from $2,500 to $350,
and that's the
thank
thing.
God.
Where did they get this number from? Now it's $350, and it was this number.
And it was $2,500 the year before. I don't understand where that came from either.
Them niggas is thieves.
Definitely thieves because I don't understand. But
it's bullshit. I should have been a dentist.
Yeah, listen. All that to say, tooth health is important.
Word.
Go to the dentist.
All health is important. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
We trying.
We're about to go get us some doctors. We have new insurance, so we're going to a new set of doctors so we can get our annuals, get checked.
Everybody get checked, man.
All that kind of stuff.
No.
I'm about to start going to the gym, so we about to pump it up in 2020, You
got to get right.
Get it done.
We got to get right.
Whew. So, on that note,
hey guys, we appreciate y'all for listening.
And our plumbing is still not fixed. Our plumbing guy,
listen. you know what happens when you get to hook up your plumbers. JJ. You know what I'm saying? He can hold you down, but
sometimes things
happen to JJ, and
And it's been raining.
Yeah, it's been raining, so it's been tough. But we get it together. You know what I'm saying? It's just adulting. Some part of owning a home. It is what it is. But on that note, we appreciate you guys listening for another week. We'll be back at it next week. We're gonna keep this thing going. Also, we're on Spotify now. We were exclusively on Apple Podcasts and YouTube. We just added Spotify because we got a request to be on Spotify from a couple listeners. So listen, if y'all want us to be on another platform, let us know, and we'll make sure we try to get on there as fast as we can. So we can accommodate you guys, listen to our content, review us, comment, on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify.
Yes,
and
rate, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Subscribe to us on YouTube because you can watch us on YouTube. You might not want to listen to us. You might want to watch us. Listen, tune in. We here. We appreciate y'all. And Jasmine, where can they send their questions in outside of social media?
Love and Aperture at gmail.com.
Say it again.
Sorry.
Say it with your chest, little nigga. Say it again.
Love and Aperture at gmail.com.
Yeah, we there. So listen, tune in. Tell a friend about it. Tell your cousin, your baby moms, your brother, your auntie. We here. We just, having conversations just with two adults. We just happen to run a business together. We love each other. That's just what it is. But until next week, Jay.
Until next week, B. Bye, y'all.
Later.